Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Gaze. This is the podcast where, I don't know, we just think it's neat. Like, what if you could be a werewolf and transform under the full moon? I don't know. I think it would be kind of fun. Just, run around with all your werewolf friends. Maybe kiss a little. I think
Kiss a little.
I think it would be neat.
It's just something fun to think about.
My howling did not get picked up on mic. I mean, you'll hear it when you're editing later. But
I'm Emery. My pronouns are they, she, he. A woo.
I'm Morg, and my pronouns are they, he. Oh! No. Just kidding. On the last one.
I'm Elvie. My pronouns are they, she, he. And I too would just like to become a feral beast and run around in the moonlight. I think it'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. I just literally think it would be neat and nice.
It would be interesting.
We have a guest!
Yay!
Hi! Hi, I'm Devon, and in all aspects except physical, I am a wolf.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Devon specifically requested to be on this episode because he also thinks it would just be neat.
It would be like, guys, wouldn't it be really funny if you were just chilling and you had like a nice gentlemanly like friend, and then sometimes they became like a large like wolf man who wanted to protect you?
I think that would be pretty funny.
I think that'd be pretty funny.
I just think about it sometimes, like what if scenarios, like, like philosophical thought puzzles.
I would make a nice little tweet about it that was like, ooh, fun night, have a furry friend now. It's great.
Yeah, great time in the moonlight. We took a stroll through the woods.
I would feel so safe and secure if my handsome friend could turn into a big scary wolf to protect me.
I'll be everyone's handsome wolf friend. I'll be all of your handsome wolf friends.
Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I've needed this so much.
We're finally here.
Because I'm like, I want one, but I also want to be one, You look at that and you're like,
there are two wolves inside you, and one of them is wants strong wolf friend to protect them. The other is wants to be the strong wolf friend to protect everyone,
Yes, exactly.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, this episode was fun.
I liked it.
Episode was amazing.
I really like, especially because, Digimon Ghost Game takes place in the future a little bit, like, kind of like a recent future, but,
yeah, like 2025.
Yeah, like something plausible in our lifetime, but, like, it's interesting, like, it's cool to see, like, them still being like, okay, well, we're gonna take a little trip to the towns where it's a little quieter, a little less common to see holograms. Right.
Mm-hmm. Kyoshiro was a little out of pocket when he was talking about it, though.
Little.
You're walking around with a little baby dinosaur and a floating jellyfish right next to you.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up.
He's like, these people simply don't know.
I would look, honestly, like, even if I was used to holograms.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck? Is that a baby dinosaur?
Right.
Yoshiro is just an annoying city boy who goes into the woods, touches grass and says, this isn't for me.
Yeah, he says the graphics out here are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen his gaming rig. The graphics outside probably do fail to measure up.
Yeah, probably.
He's looking at his phone and being like, there's no connection. How do I get internet here? This is horrible. These truly are the worst of places.
He's probably looking at this town being like, man, I could build a geothermal power plant out here.
What?
Remember how he has one of those?
Yeah, sure.
I do remember. I think about it frequently.
Out in the snow.
Just owns a geothermal power plant, has stock in a company.
God, what a normal boy. What a normal 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, super normal.
Grown-ass adults are like, Kyoshiro, please solve our problems for us.
Yeah.
You know what else is normal? This guy getting attacked by what we presume to be a werewolf. His name is Kenta, and we just see an old lady just being like, damn, it's curse time. People are getting cursed.
Gonna be honest, it's his fault for being out in the middle of the woods in the rain, my man.
Yeah, what were you doing out there?
I will disagree with that. Not that I live in a super ruler town, but it is nice to be out in the woods when it's raining.
In the dark? You're gonna catch a cold.
I go camping for fun.
You're gonna catch a cold. He had no camping equipment. He had no umbrella, no rain jackets.
No, because these are his home woods. This is home turf.
Oh, so he knows the... He's like,
I know these woods. Of course you walk through them in the dark.
That's true, that's true.
If something bad happens to you, you gotta be like, that's normal. I'm not gonna run, because then the woods will know I'm scared. And then bad things happen to you. So his mistake was...
his mistake was running from the werewolf.
Yeah, his mistake was running from the werewolf.
That's true. I would have made that mistake.
Yeah, listen. If you're running at night in the woods, in the rain, it's like 100% guaranteed that you're gonna trip. You just gotta proceed at an even measured pace. Walk swiftly, dumbass.
Yeah.
Humans did not evolve for the short bursts of speed known as running. We evolved for the measured fast walk after, like, thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
So, my man, you already fucked up. You're fighting against evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're long-range hunters.
Yeah, we're going to slowly follow and annoy you until you finally give up kind of people.
I say as I just sit on my ass all damn day.
That is also an evolutionary quirk. We invented cars and chairs.
So after the cold open, we see our kids showing up in this small town. Everyone is staring at their holograms, and Kyoshiro's like, wow, what a backwater town. We're really in the boonies now. People here haven't even seen three teens whose best friends are all holograms.
Motherfuckers don't know about my floating jellyfish wife.
Yeah, they've never been bullied by a talking jellyfish that broke into your dorm room.
What's wrong? Haven't you ever seen a floating jellyfish who loves to bully you before? No.
I wonder, part of me is like, I feel like if I lived in this world with all these holograms, I would kind of just be like, God, I wish that were me to all the townspeople. I feel like I'm a little overwhelmed. I love Digimon, but I'm overstimulated.
I am of two minds of being like, God, why do you have a baby dinosaur in that little knapsack? And also, God, do I want a little baby dinosaur in a knapsack?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it'd be the two wolves again.
Yeah.
It always leads back.
Backpack for his Gamamon.
Yes.
So a relative of Ruli's comes driving along. Her name is Sakura, and, you know, she's just, like, vaguely one of Ruli's relatives. They even comment on, like, yeah, we're just related somehow.
This is important for the plot later.
She lives in my house. We know each other, not in any way that we know our relationship with the family, but this is a small town, so we are all part of the same family.
The most important thing is we're not related by blood. That's very important.
Yeah, not enough for her to be sacrificed.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hey, do you know how else we know they're related? Is that Kyoshiro starts to introduce himself, but then she just immediately cuts us off. No one in this family is gonna ever learn Kyoshiro's name.
No.
No.
They all see it and they're like, that's a boy I don't respect.
I was just gonna say, they look at him and they clock him as a guy who needs to be bullied constantly.
Yeah, don't let him get too big for his britches.
He needs to be bullied, or else he'd be a worse person without being bullied.
We cannot let him get comfortable. He will start a business and then we'll all suffer.
This is the one person that I'm like, oh yeah, I guess bullying is a good thing for.
I mean, he has his own power plant. We've seen that he is a board member of some unnamed company who people, like, value. So he's basically, like, not fully, but, like, this world's young Elon Musk. Do you have to bully him before he gets, like, too big for his britches?
You can't let him grow up without learning the consequences of being insufferable.
Otherwise, he'll become Elon.
Yeah, you have to bully him before he has the chance to buy Twitter.
And then not buy Twitter and then go to jail for it. Yeah.
Have to go back in time and bully small Elon Musk. Not kill him, just bully him.
God, I wish I could.
Yeah. This is why we need a time machine.
I would steal his fucking apartheid emerald lunch money every day.
I wish I could make more jokes, but I make a point of knowing as little as possible about Elon Musk so that if someone talks to me about him, I can say wildly unhinged shit and make them mad.
You're the strongest person in the world for it.
God, I wish that were me.
Thank you, I'm very good at selective reading.
Yeah, they're just like, it doesn't...
Hold on, I got another one. If Elon Musk was being bullied by Jellymon, then he never would have started Tesla because of the traumatic associations with the name Tesla.
Oh, true.
Right.
Or do you think that's why he did it? To respect his girl?
Yeah.
I don't want to think of Kiyoshiro as actually Elon. I will kill you for this.
I'm pretty sure we've made this joke before.
The world would be better if Elon Musk was replaced by Kyoshiro.
Would it?
I mean, Kyoshiro's out here building geothermal plants, so...
Yeah.
Who he is.
I don't think Kyoshiro is, like, funneling money into, like, wars in, like, Bolivia for lithium, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's all just going into his gaming rig. That's where he spends all his extra money.
Oh, but that gaming rig is probably powered with lithium.
Yeah.
He just needs to be bullied even more, and then we can replace them.
Yeah.
Maybe Jellymon is powering it for him.
Yeah.
True.
That'd be sick.
Jellymon's gonna save this.
Anyway, so there's an old woman, and, you know, she hears, Kyoshiro call Ruli Tsukiyono-san, and she's like, oh, a Tsukiyono? That's interesting. You have your grandmother's eyes, so that's a normal thing to say to a girl you just ran into on the street.
Yeah, that's all you say, too. You say that, and then you just, like, give her the stink eye.
Leave.
And Sakura says, like, hey, you should actually turn those holograms off. And Kyoshiro is like, yeah, you see, everyone in this small town is hillbillies. They don't know holograms. They're just silly country folk. And she's like, oh no, actually everyone's on edge because there's been incidents with monster attacks.
And Kyoshiro is like, so when does the train out of this town get back? And how do I get out of this car?
He's like, I was tricked into thinking this was a vacation.
To be fair, if I was Kyoshiro and it's like I have to get involved with like a new ghost or monster story like at least once a week now, in which I normally end up in a body horror situation, I would also still be screaming.
Yeah.
I wrote down in my notes, Kyoshiro, by this time you should probably realize that Ruli has ulterior motives anytime she invites you somewhere.
Except this one. She's like, she doesn't know shit about this one.
Oh no, she knew. She knew, right?
No, there's werewolf rumors.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was like, oh yeah, that's why I wanted to come here.
She doesn't give a shit about her extended family. She's just here to see the werewolf, which valid. Yeah. Honestly, I would do the same.
Yeah, who wants to see their fam? Okay, yeah, like, would you rather go to a family gathering or meet a werewolf? The answer is obvious.
Yeah, that's true. Once again, it would simply be me.
What if your family gathering was werewolf?
Oh.
Decide you are two wolves.
Interesting.
One of them wants to go to the werewolf.
You don't want to talk to your family, but your family is a family of werewolves.
Right. You're like, yeah, they haven't turned me yet because they hate me, but...
Oh, could you imagine that's how they, like, kick you out of the family? They're like, you won't get to be a cool wolf on the family. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That would be the worst.
That'd be so sad.
That'd be the worst thing.
That's why you don't come out as trans until after you've already been bitten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be like, is this because I brought a vampire home that, like, last Tuesday? Are you kidding me? It wasn't even, like, anything. We were just hanging out.
We're just hanging out. It could be, or, like, that could be, so, the way, a friend of mine wrote some werewolves, and, like, their werewolf self is, like, trans, and that's, like, how they found out they were trans, and so I was like, what if you're, like...
That's also sick as fuck.
I would slam my table, but I can't.
You transform in front of your family, and you're like,
They're all just like, do you have something to tell us? And you're like, I don't know. I don't remember anything that happened when I was a werewolf. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I love this idea, and I want to explore it further. This is good content.
What if it was like, you don't remember when you transform into your, like, trans werewolf form, but, like, suddenly your family's, like, super supportive and they keep bringing up, like, like, trans issues to you, and you're just like, listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
They're like, hey, do you want to talk about anything? And you're like, I have no clue. None at all.
God. You're, like, not out to yourself yet. You're like,
Yeah, you, like, genuinely don't know. You're, like, going through the phases of, weird. So they're all just like, hey, you have anything to say? And you're like, not really.
Really, my main takeaway from this episode so far is that we should all be writing werewolf fiction.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing that right now? Oh, it's because we have a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
I think
true.
some of us have already written werewolf fiction.
Oh?
Oh.
Pretty sure. Like, Devon have...
I mean, I have.
That was like spinning like a roulette wheel and just like pointing the gun at like a random person. Just one of us has already written. Who is it?
Yeah, who
It's
is
me. I have.
What? See?
I've also written werewolf fiction.
Wow, this roulette gun had 2 bullets in it.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, the episode.
So they meet a very sick man named Kenta. And it's like, hey, that's the guy from the cold opening. Uh-oh, his arm looks bad and fucked up. It's got these weird glowy purple marks on it, so he's not doing great.
This also happens because Ruli's like, oh, take us to like the granny of this village who knows about the legend. And that old woman who basically was just like, oh, you look like your grandma, just opens the door and is like, about damn time you guys got here.
Yeah.
It's typical grandma stink eye of, I haven't got all day, I could drop dead tomorrow, why are you taking so long?
Yeah, surprisingly, she doesn't drop dead this episode.
I know.
Even at the part where I thought she was.
Super rude.
Yeah, very surprising that her entire skeleton isn't just dust after what happens in this episode.
Maybe she's the werewolf. She got them strong bones.
Damn, maybe.
Ooh.
Anyway, so...
She blames Ruli for her son or her grandson being hurt, which... bold choice, I suppose.
Yeah, what did she do?
Yeah.
Well, nothing, but, like, because...
She's like, you need to wife that werewolf up already.
Yeah.
Your job.
You're... what's the last name? Tsukiono.
Tsukiono.
And I was like, right, because Tsuki is moon. Some original naming choices happened here. Truly amazing. So you gotta marry a werewolf. I didn't decide this. It's been like this for 600 years. It's your choice. You've been chosen.
Yeah, because apparently the nature of this curse is that, like, every 100 years on, like, you know, when it gets real rainy at night, then the werewolf will attack people, you know, in decreasing increments. Like, started off with, like, 6 people, then 5 people, then, you know, soon we're gonna see 4. So apparently this has been going on for 600 years, and the only way to stop it is to sacrifice a member of the Tsukiyono family. So that's great.
They do say sacrifice. They do, in fact, say they want to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this 12-year-old girl, they say, please die for us, thanks.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude, but the problem seems to be solving itself, right? It decreases.
Oh, thank God you also noticed this.
I also, yeah.
It attacks less people you just gotta wait it out.
Yeah, I was like, don't you gotta wait it out?
Yeah, she says the werewolf's wrath will never be sated, and I'm just like, I don't know, it sounds like he's going down in numbers, so...
Yeah.
You would think it would be the other way around.
Every 100 years, he feels like a little mauling. He gets it out of his system. He leaves. Haven't we all been there?
We do a little trolling. We do a little mauling.
The loss of life is tragic for anyone, but that's like, I don't know, that's like 10, 15 villagers that are a little fucked up by the end of this. It's fine.
They're not even dead.
Yeah.
They're just poisoned?
It is implied that they're dying, right? That is implied. But, you know, we have...
I don't know, give them some fucking cephalexin, send them home.
Yeah, take a fucking painkiller. Call anti-venom center or whatever it's called in English.
Yeah, and just get over it.
Yeah, the poison control. Yeah. But
eat some charcoal. I heard that helps.
Yeah, just throw it back up.
Yeah, use some crystals.
Yeah. Do some spiritual healing. I don't know.
It is interesting.
Get over it.
Just put a band-aid over it because he's just sitting there with his arm exposed.
They could literally just have Jellymon fix it up. But I think she has to be poisoned first. Is that how it works? She has to
She needs a sample of the poison.
I don't think so, but also I think she just kind of used that.
Yeah, I think she does need a sample of the poison before she can do an antidote for it. I think that's, like, what's implied later.
She could have gotten it from... She could have
gotten it from the arm.
Gatekeeping and not, I don't know, took a big hit.
True. I guess that's fair.
Yeah, and I think Ruli also did them off and was like, that's a fucking lie.
Yeah, Ruli's like, I do not want to be killed.
I think if Ruli could swear, she would have called the granny a bitch at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, you're gonna sacrifice me because of some stupid legend? Like, werewolves aren't real, you know? Like, I'm into spooky ghosts and stuff, but that's just, like, harmless fun. I'm not gonna fucking sacrifice any teens over it. Like, what the fuck, old lady?
Ruli is like, Higurashi character, being like, I hope you enjoyed your dinner, old lady, because it's your last fucking meal if you say that to me again.
Yeah. She's so mad, and frankly, I respect her.
She has no respect for, like, the elders, and that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
So then we cut to some guys at night, and there's just, like, a concrete barrier that they're looking at that has just, like, these huge claw marks in it.
It's a funny build-up, though. Because you see the marks first, and they're like, maybe it's a bear. And then you get the zoom out. And the marks are as big as a human person. It's like,
Yeah, the marks are, like, fucking 12 feet tall.
It's like, wow, that's a huge bear.
This is where Hiro is kind of an ally, because, Angramon is just like, hey, do, like, werewolves exist? And Hiro is just like, I don't know, but I would assume they would be around human size, so that claw mark looks too big.
Yeah.
He doesn't say no.
True. He doesn't say no. Good for him.
He's like, I haven't met one, but if I ever do, I'll ask them.
Hiro is amazing.
Hiro is definitely like, well, Bigfoot hasn't been disproven, you know, so he could still be out there. Who knows?
Yeah, he wouldn't ever call himself like a Bigfoot believer, but if you asked him, hey, does Bigfoot exist or not? He's like, I don't know, have never seen the guy.
Once again, he is taking like the most conflict-averse stance, like, I'll believe it if you know, I'm not gonna say Bigfoot doesn't exist, but I'm not gonna, but you know, the evidence just isn't conclusive, you know?
Yeah, he's like, what's the answer that would make you the least mad at me?
He's me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me. He just like,
yeah, you know.
Yeah, they're checking out the crime scene. They Jellymon got a pic of those claw marks, because the place was police taped off, but Jellymon snuck in there with Kiyoshiro's phone. Ruli is just like still being mad about the whole human sacrifice thing. She's like,
man, I don't want to die.
Very ridiculous of them to sacrifice me, a human, based on just like some silly local legends. Like,
to be fair, there is like a mob outside her house being like, why don't you give us the girl already?
Yeah.
Let us kill the girl already. You're being selfish.
Yeah, that mob changes thoughts real quick, I think, in like the next scene or something.
Yeah, some people can dish it out, but they can't take it.
But first, Ruli is gonna change her mind real quick because she hears a wolf howl and then gets some hallucinations.
She gets a fucking vision.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
She, imagines herself in the forest, getting shot by guys with arrows.
And she's like, damn, maybe it is real, and maybe I gotta take care of this, actually.
Oh no, I have to get wifed by a werewolf. Oh my god.
I feel like this scene implies that there was at one time an actual werewolf.
Implies?
Yeah. It kind of seems that way, huh?
It does imply that.
If this scene implies it, the ending scene of this episode, I think, kind of confirms it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Which I say, Ruli, hurry up and get wifed by that werewolf.
So Hiro was right. Werewolves aren't necessarily fake.
Yeah, he's waiting to meet him.
Yeah.
He says, how big are you? Could you make your claw marks this big?
I need to know so I can give a correct answer to a friend without offending anyone.
I want to be factual.
So Ruli just goes up to Sachi, the old lady, and is like, okay, sacrifice me, let's do it.
Old lady's like, fucking great, I would love to.
And suddenly the crowd is like, wait a minute, this is a small girl, this is a child.
They say, wait a minute, isn't this super illegal?
I think we fucked up somewhere.
Yeah, is she old enough to be marrying a werewolf?
She's 13. Is this illegal?
Maybe some of them are thinking they would want to marry the werewolf, and are like,
Yeah, one of these townspeople has to be like, no, I volunteer.
And they're like, no, you're not part of the family.
They're like, too bad.
Adopt me then. I know.
I'll fix him. It's fine. I can do it.
No, I can make him worse.
And that townsperson's name is Devon.
It's Albert Einstein.
It's Albert Einstein.
And I think they put Ruli in a wedding dress.
They sure do.
Yeah, that is a wedding dress.
Yeah, they said, we're going to sacrifice you to the werewolf, and by that I mean wife you up.
They only ever say it at the end, oh yeah, this was marriage, actually.
Yeah, I feel like this old lady is, trying to imply things, except, not imply what's actually happening. Because she's like, the moon maidens, they never return. I'm like, that's because they got hitched.
Right. Yeah.
They're now living in, a nice apartment.
Yeah, they're telling me that they're just living with their werewolf husband now.
Yeah, they don't need to come back.
Yeah.
He's taking care of them.
I wouldn't go back to a village that thinks I got sacrificed to be murdered.
Right.
Yeah, that village gave me up.
And instead I got a super considerate werewolf boyfriend.
Yeah, that village is like, congrats, you're going to get eaten by a werewolf. And the werewolf was like, hey, I have a 401k and a nice apartment. Do you want to come with me? And I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah.
Absolutely.
God, the werewolf would be more financially stable than me, huh?
Yeah, he's got that generational money. He's got that money that just kind of accumulates for no reason.
He's your dream boyfriend, husband. So, yeah, what's the thing they're carrying her in? Oh, shit. Thanks, Gizmo.
English.
It's not like
Palanquin?
a palanquin. I think it's different from a palanquin, but it's same situation.
Yeah.
It's one of those little boxes that they carry you around in.
I'm just going to type into google.com boxes that people get carried in.
I'm just like, oh, she's carried.
Yeah, she be carried. Yeah, I'm just getting images of boxes.
Is it like a
Grandma-
sedan? How do you pronounce that in English? A sedan chair, like the carriage. Is that only a French thing? I swear people carry that like in House Moving Castle.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember its name.
There's probably like a Japanese name for it, honestly.
I swear,
I don't know.
I thought it was called a sedan, but I'm looking it up and it just gives me the region in France, so that's not. I think it was that, but who cares? We've all seen the episode. We know what it's supposed to look like.
I think it is literally just a palanquin.
She gets carried in the monster fucker box.
Yeah, she does.
And Angoromon kind of hates it.
And Goromon is like, "Hey, you're deliberately going into danger. I'm not sure if I like this. I'm not sure if there's a difference between, bravery and foolishness."
Hey, this might be relevant to 2/3 of the podcast. This is a heavy Gon and Killua moment in which Gon is kind of like, don't worry, I'll be fine. I know I have someone here who will get me out of any mess. And Killua has to be like, Because Ruli before is just like, don't worry, even if there's a werewolf, I'll have you guys to protect me. And she looks straight at Angoromon. She's like, don't worry, I know I can do whatever I want. It's fine. He'll fix it for me.
Pretty much, yeah. I hadn't made that parallel, but you're 100% right. This is Gon and Killua. And they're boyfriends, so...
I can't believe Goromon is Killua.
Yeah.
And Goromon is Killua. We all know it.
We all know it.
He's a cat boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a cat,
boy.
Dog, bunny boy.
Cat boys and bunny boys are so closely adjacent.
And he's really good at murder.
Yeah, same hat, really.
They're both in Final Fantasy XIV, so they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so true.
So Ruli is just like, it'll be fine. This thing that has been giving people strange cursed wounds and tearing 10-foot-high gashes in a wall is probably just some wild animal. That's the most likely thing it could be. It'll be.
And she's kind of right.
Kind of. But kind of deranged that no one is like, hey, this seems like some Digimon shit.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you literally have seen so much Digimon shit.
No, they considered it, but then they were like, oh, it's been going on for 600 years, and Digimon haven't been around.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Yeah, and Goromon was like, this can't be Digimon if it's been going on for this long, so that's why I'm concerned.
That's true.
To which I would respond, I don't know.
To be fair to Angoromon, original story, definitely not about Digimon.
Yeah, and to which, if I was in Goromon, I would still keep it on the table. I'd be like, maybe it just got picked back up.
Yeah, it's not like any Digimon would hear about a local legend and start role-playing it for fun.
Yeah, it's not like we haven't already met vampire Digimon who are like, we're gonna make a vampire coven.
True.
Or, little pumpkin Digimon who are like, what a fun little addition you have there. Let me just expand on that a little bit.
Oh yeah, that guy was fucked. I love that you guys are showing my head everywhere. What if I made you wear my face some more?
Yeah. Let me make it all about me.
Don't worry, I'll put it on you and then carve the eye holes.
Oh, they really should have considered it more.
They should just have a Rolodex of Digimon and they just go through it no, probably not. No, probably not. Maybe.
Yeah, and Goromon and Jellymon should just write down all the Digimon they know. Maybe put them in a spreadsheet, just think of all the funny things that they might, all the funny trouble that they might get up to.
Yeah, just, the only time that didn't work is with, the face-stealing guy who was funny.
True.
Because they were like, this is something explicitly he wouldn't do. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, I like it.
I feel, like with how these episodes have been built up lately, what Digimon should do is introduce who's that Pokemon in the middle of the episode. And we get the black outline.
They kind of have it at the end.
And then we could all yell who we think it is, and then it turns around and we can be like, it's Pikachu, it's Clefairy, but with Digimon.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, it's Jigglypuff from above.
We've already got Cyber Sleuth and Survive, which have the funny silhouettes in the evolution tree. Digimon fans are used to this. We love looking at a silhouette and being like, damn, I wonder who that guy is. Better grind for 4 hours to find out.
Yeah, I wonder how many guns are going to be on that guy.
I would love it because I'd be right. I'd look at it, I'd pause it, and I'd squirt the internet and not stop until I know that I am right.
Yeah, I would say I don't care about looking up spoilers, and then I would look up who the Digimon is, and then I would get disappointed. Because I'm like, why does that guy have so many guns? Why isn't he just a dragon?
Fair. So Monster shows up, or I guess like Sachi says, "Hey, you should go to this shrine at the hour of the rat. I've been waiting for this sacrifice for so long. I've been learning about proper procedure since I was a little baby."
I brought popcorn to see the main event.
Exactly. So you know, then something shows up. We don't get like a full look at it first, but Sachi does get slapped by a big tentacle and just gets thrown 100 feet, and all of her bones turn to dust. But she's fine, actually.
Yeah, she, like, this horrible creature walks out of the woods, and she's like, "Oh, great werewolf, I've been waiting for this for so long. Please eat this little girl."
I'm like, bitch, this does not look like a werewolf. Have you seen a werewolf? Hello? Werewolves don't have tentacles, like, sorry.
Yeah, famously, the werewolf I know and love has scorpion tails.
Yeah.
3 of them. And a big visor.
Yeah. This looks like someone copied a werewolf, got confused halfway through copying the werewolf, drew something completely different, and still said, "This is the assignment that I was supposed to be doing."
Werewolf OC, do not steal.
I'm not trying to gatekeep werewolves, but I'm like, this is not what I was expecting.
The problem with the werewolf community is that there's too much gatekeeping.
There's too much gatekeeping.
Oh, I can't believe more got canceled for gatekeeping werewolves.
Fuck.
You hate to see it.
Just let anyone who's remotely non-human join these days.
The werewolves have a set list of criteria. You must meet them all or it's not a werewolf. I'm telling you this.
Morg looking at the werewolves in Twilight and being like, actually, they're skinwalkers.
No, I hate that.
I mean, that's just canon.
That is canon.
Unfortunately. And it fucking sucks, because they're like...
Edward just last minute is like, oh yeah, sorry, I was lying the whole time. They aren't werewolves.
Werewolves are different.
I do know about them, though, and they are real, but those guys ain't it.
I don't know if this is like a universal experience, but back in the day when I wanted to join Facebook groups for like giveaway groups in my area, you kind of just had to like apply and then say, yeah, I live in this area, or yeah, I'm of this age group or whatever. And sometimes they'd say, oh, I looked at your profile and I see that you're like, this happened to a friend of mine. He lived on the wrong side of the sign.
Oh my god.
So he got denied for joining like a giveaway group. And I feel like this would be werewolves, and werewolves would like be on their little computers with their giant fur paws typing like, no, I swear I'm a werewolf right now. It's not because I am sometimes not a werewolf that you shouldn't let me join.
No, I swear I'm a werewolf. I am not a wolf man. Stop saying that.
I'm sorry, I'm slightly doggish, but I'm still a wolf. I still count as a werewolf. We're related.
My tail's like 2 millimeters too short. I'm very insecure about it. Please don't ban me for this.
The dog boy to werewolf ratio. Political alignment compass. Anyways, Ruli gets kidnapped.
Really, she sure does.
She gets kidnapped by a...
Not werewolf.
not what the fuck is it called again? I did not write it.
Manticoremon.
Okay, it's a manticore. Like, that's what it is. It's based on...
Except where's his goat head?
True.
Yeah. Where it at?
It is missing
Where
the
it
goat
at?
head.
Aren't manticores...
I'm very disappointed.
Aren't manticores like lions with scorpion tails? You might be thinking of a chimera.
Oh, yeah. I might be thinking of a chimera.
No, manticore is anything that's two animals, right?
No, that's
I have no clue.
Googling it now.
I'm also...
Someone save us.
It's a lion with like a tail
Lion
and
with
then,
a human face and a scorpion tail.
and like porcupine quills.
Well, where's his regular person face?
Yeah.
I mean, he's wearing a mask. It's probably just super normal under there. Just a guy.
I hate thinking about that, actually.
Yeah, that's worse. I wish
it's good that he's wearing that mask.
It's good he's wearing a mask.
He takes off his mask and it's like, hey, actually, my name's Ted.
No!
Actually got denied from the werewolf forum for having a human face.
Yeah, I would gatekeep that man from being a werewolf.
You know when the face stealing guy stole Hero's face and it was just Hero's face plastered onto his body and it looked weird? That's what's under that mask. It's just like the most normal, regular little boy face you've ever seen in your life, and it's awful.
Look at this cute little manticore I found. I think the two animals mixed together is like a hybrid or like...
I want to see
the
manticore you found.
It looks so cute. I bet it could kill me.
It could.
Oh my god, that's a friend. That thing would kill me when it's like asking for dinner in the morning, though, because it would just sting me with its tail to wake me up, and then I would go into shock.
Yeah.
That's a baby.
That is a baby, though.
Turns out I'm allergic to a lot of things, so that would suck.
Yeah, it turns out I'm allergic to venom.
I think most
but
people
not allergic to venom.
Do not do well with scorpion venom, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, most people are allergic to venom, but not everyone is allergic to Venom 2018 movie.
For some reason, I looked at this thing and said, it'd be like a little bug bite.
No.
No.
I mean, maybe this little guy, but...
It'd be like a big bug bite. The thing about a scorpion sting is that it's also like a little bug bite, but on a greater magnitude.
I'm going to die, and it's going to be because I looked at a cute animal and said, it's so tiny, how poisonous could it possibly be?
Yeah, you're gonna try to pick up a scorpion with your bare hands and say, what's the worst that could happen?
So, you know who else is really poisonous? It's Manticoremon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manticoremon is like just running the table on all these guys.
And Simbari Goremon evolves and then just immediately gets smacked down. Betelgeumamon runs in, but he gets stung and just his wounds turns all like purple and fucked up, and it's like, oh, that's some poison. Let's evolve to Thetismon, and then Thetismon also just gets fucking stabbed and is like, cool, this is good actually. Now I can make an antidote.
She's like, finally, I can synthesize an antidote.
I love this because Thetismon is just continuing Jellymon and Isla Jellymon's trend of talking smack and immediately getting the shit kicked out of him.
Talk shit, get hit.
Yeah.
That's Jellymon's motto.
Jellymon does not learn, and I love that for her.
Because this is Jellymon is like, finally, I can synthesize an antidote. And it cuts to like a shot of like how all the like friends are doing, and it's like Betelgeumamon on the ground dying in Hero's arms. It's like Simbra Angramon like knocked out on the ground, and it cuts to Tetsus Jellymon, who is just completely passed out, not making an antidote. So I can only assume that she's either truly passed out or she's plain dead.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Listen. Sometimes you just need like a little power nap before you can get working on that antidote.
Yeah.
She says, I've used my brain a lot today. I need to power nap to fix those neural pathways.
Imagine going to the hospital and your doctor walks in and is like, I'll be a quick minute. This is just the most comfortable chair in the entire hospital. So I'm going to take a nap right here.
Yeah, I've watched all of House.
Yeah, I'm fresh out of spoons. I gotta take like a quick 20 minutes, just a quick 20-minute nap, and then I'll get back to you right away.
Just die a bit slower.
Once again, I've seen House. I'm pretty sure that happens a few times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. House is extremely normal, so...
Yeah, it's extremely normal about a doctor with great bedside manner.
Yeah.
Everyone listen to Housebound.
So then Ruli steps up to Manticoremon like, hey, I know you're not a werewolf, you're a Digimon. Stop pretending to be the local legend. You're so full of shit.
She's also gatekeeping being a werewolf.
Yeah.
I know you're not my hot werewolf husband. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, because she does have a hot werewolf husband, it turns out.
She does.
She does, apparently.
Yeah, because Angoramon gets back up, and he's like, I gotta protect Ruli. Like, even if the situation seems hopeless, we gotta fucking go do it. I love my best friend so much, I will do anything to protect her. And then he evolves into a fucked up guy, and it's really hot.
It's the best fucked up guy I've seen for this entire show.
He turns into a jacked Monster Hunter character.
Yeah.
I'm going to post like a Monster Hunter monster in the chat, and I'm like, it's him but jacked.
Am I gonna have to play Monster Hunter now?
No. Unfortunately, you can't befriend the monsters unless you're playing, I think Monster Hunter Rancher or something. Yeah, you do have to hunt them.
Oh.
Yeah.
You hunt them for parts and make weapons out of them.
It's fine. I'll just play Monster Prom again. It's
Hell yeah.
Just play Pokemon.
Yeah, do that instead.
Yeah, I fucking love the monster designs in Monster Hunter. I would hate to actually fight one because I would simply rather be kissing them.
Yeah, I sent him the guy. Imagine this guy, but jacked, and instead of the hand tail, he just has like a Shiba tail.
Yeah.
I don't even want to kiss him. I just like having hot friends.
Yeah, no, this guy is my buddy. He's going to like take me to buy local fruits at like a market. But
Is that a fruit in his hand?
Lamortmon,
Is he holding?
yeah, he has fruit. He likes to throw fruit.
Oh, it looked like a bowl of cheese.
I know, wheel of cheese.
Yeah, he has some Gouda for you. He has an Olive Garden. He has a fucking Olive Garden bread bowl. He's like, here you go.
Someone draw, what's in Goramon? What is the Digimon's fucking...
Lamortmon.
Lamortmon.
That's
Draw
a
Lamortmon with some cheese.
Anyway,
Lamortmon with cheese is what I'm telling you.
as we said, Lamortmon is jacked. He's like a werewolf, but also with owl wings and swords and like big...
Yeah, and like gauntlets.
Yeah.
And...
Fucking...
The owl wings, like, are sword. Like, the swords are, like, part of his body. Like...
Yeah, he has swords, but his owl wings are also like swords.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. They're separate.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes.
Look up a picture of this guy because, damn, he's fun.
He's got a lot of swords.
Someone peaked when they drew this.
Yeah.
They hit peak character design. How will they top this?
I don't know. I don't think they can.
Once again, I'm always terrified when they make the final evolutions. I'm like, is it going to be a big guy in armor? Is it going to be like a sexy lady? Is it going to be like yet another mech? And no, they're like, what if like the most scary jacked guy found you? And I said, finally.
And he's
they were like giving us this because they were like, sorry that we didn't make Jellymon a fucking fucked up freak. So let's make...
Yeah, sorry we didn't make Jellymon an unhinged, like, jellyfish monster. Here's an unhinged guy.
Yeah.
So, you know how Angoramon is always, like, so calm and level-headed and, like, just a very chill, reasonable guy? Well, Lamortmon is just a fucking single-minded beast who is immediately and overwhelmingly violent. Like,
He's so violent.
yeah, Manticoremon like goes to sting it. Like, they're fucking grappling. They're just getting real close to each other and just pushing on each other with their muscles. Manticoremon tries to sting him with a tentacle, but he just fucking stomps on it. And then
and the Manticore mom tries to shoot him like with an energy beam from his mouth, and he just like shuts his mouth and is like
holds his mouth shut so that it just like fucking goes off in his own face. It's like, damn, this is like such a good fucking fight scene. It is just like so fucking tactile, and it's like, damn, two big monsters. What if two big monsters fought?
It's really good because like Cimber is like everyone's favorite twink gentleman, and the way he fights is like he's quick, he's spry, he's like he uses like long ranged attacks, and this guy just runs up and just like rustles you and then proceeds to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, and like
there's no like skill or anything happening here. It's just I will beat you down.
Yeah, like he gets Manticoremon on the ground and is just like going ham with his claws, just
keeps
fucking
going.
beating him down. And this whole time he is just growling like, protect Ruli.
He's the mom friend that goes completely feral when someone says anything remotely rude to someone in the friend group. And I respect that so much.
Anyways, as he's doing this, Ruli gets the slight idea that maybe this isn't healthy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ruli wants to be responsible.
No, she's right.
I would have let him murder.
See, the thing is that it is funny and fun to see this big guy murder a guy. But at the same time, it's really great to see that you can calm Lamortmon if you're close enough to him.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Listen.
And that's how your werewolf boyfriend should be, is that like, you're the one that helps calm him down.
Yeah, sometimes they might lose control a little bit, and then you have to be like Inuyasha style sit boy.
Yeah,
right.
Listen.
And he does.
Listen, you want a werewolf boyfriend who is big and strong and could crush you in one hand, but also he needs to be able to listen when you say stop. It's just like, it's essential for safety,
Yeah, he's oh so gentle with you. He would never want to hurt you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a good thing he does stop, because this isn't a wild animal, it's just someone's dog.
Yeah.
It's just someone's puppy.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Their dog got out.
Yeah.
But Darkmon, was that who shows up?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just floats down.
Yeah, she's just like, oh wow, you found my dog. I'm so sorry for being an irresponsible pet owner. I promise to do better. We're gonna go back to dog school. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I promise he's had his rabies shot. That poison isn't rabies.
So the thing about Manticoremon is that he just ate the data from the local legend and thought he was the werewolf, apparently.
He's a good boy. He's following his job. He was like, oh, I should attack people? All right, well, I guess.
He's a little bit of a dumbass, and I love that.
True.
He's just a dog.
Literally just a dog.
He's literally just a dog.
He's just a dog. He just ate something bad. Is now
his
reacting to food poisoning.
Oh no.
He got an upset tom-tom.
Aww.
Someone fed him chocolate, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can we talk about, in the scene when Darkmon floats down, we get a quick shot of Lamortmon who, walks off, sits down, and then kind of, turns his back because he's grumpy.
He's like, fine, I'll stop fighting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He's like, no talk.
But I don't like it.
It's very funny because he do got that, cute little Shiba tail. It's very curly.
He's the cutest little...
He's like, no talk me, I'm Angie.
He's so cute.
He got that little cinnamon roll back there.
Yeah, just enough to know, he's still a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little guy.
He's a monster, but he's got a funny tail. I love his little tail. I love it so much.
Yeah. talking about, like, callbacks to, like, previous Digimon designs, I do wonder if this is, like, an intentional reference to, Galgamon, who is, like, another wolf Digimon, but, like, with the curly Shiba tail.
Ooh, maybe.
It is interesting that, like, because a lot of times, like, other Digimon seasons have, like, the leader person's, like, Digimon go fucking buck wild crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, interesting that it's, like, not them this time.
I mean, that's what I think is interesting if Digimon, like, evolutions in this season are, like, how your emotional state or, like, your character development affects the Digimon transformation. I like how this relationship is really being like, oh, yeah, I know, like, Angoromon will always be there to protect me and, like, save me. And so his evolution is, like, single-minded, like, desire to defend Ruli no matter what. Almost to, like, an unhealthy degree.
I talked about this a little bit on the Discord, I think. Like, Kenno Weissmon is just, like, it seems like all the perfect level evolutions are just, like, kind of, like, take one trait from the Digimon and then just, like, stretch it out to its logical extent. Like, Kenno Weissmon is, like, just, like, an extension of the bond between, like, between Gammamon and Hero. Like, Thetismon is, like, an exemplification of Genlymon's desire to care for people. And then Lamortmon is just, like, a fucking, what if you protected Ruli so much you got a little crazy with it?
Yeah, what if nothing would stand in your way from keeping Ruli safe, not even, I don't know, the morality of murder?
Exactly, yeah.
It's good. I think they're neat.
I also think they're very neat.
Me too.
So then they're driving home, and Goromon's sitting on the roof of the car, and he says, "Legends and superstitions are all castles in the sky. The truth is buried deep in the thickets." And then we learn a little twist about this funny werewolf legend. We alluded to it earlier, but apparently, back right before they met the monster, Sashi was apparently telling Ruli about how actually the legend goes a little differently than what most people think it is. Because 600 years ago, this werewolf was actually the guardian of the town, and everyone loved him. But then he and your Sukiono ancestor fell in love, and people were like, "Oh no, werewolf boyfriend? That's illegal." So they said we
hate it.
So they hunted the werewolf down and accidentally shot Sukiono with arrows, and then the werewolf got real pissed off and started demanding sacrifices every 100 years. Uh-oh, it's our fault.
Oops.
Oopsies.
Like, everyone's an ally, until the werewolf gets himself a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Just let the werewolf have his beautiful moon maiden wife, and everything will be fine. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah. So really, this episode is just saying, like, hey, Ruli, your best friend is a big monster now, and monster boyfriend is legal. So, I don't know, just maybe think about that for a little bit.
It also ended with her kind of, like, turning around and hearing, like, a distant howl in the woods again and getting, like, a little bit of a headache, and she's like, huh, must have been nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so he's out there.
He's for real.
So he's just still out there. He's like, where's my moon maiden?
Maybe he's, like, satisfied now, though, because he's like, cool, she's got a moon boyfriend.
One of the moon maidens didn't come back. The moon maidens who didn't come back, he was like, oh, I finally found the perfect wife.
I wonder if they're his wife, because, like, if the original one was with Grandma Sukiono, isn't he just collecting his grandchildren? Isn't he like, please leave this awful town, and live off inheritance?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense, yeah.
And now he's finally happy because one of his grandchildren has found herself a monster boyfriend, and he's like, fucking finally, someone picking up the family legacy.
Oh, so what you're telling me is that he is not only the perfect husband, but also the perfect family man?
Damn.
He is the perfect family man.
Oh my god.
He's just looking out for his grandchildren.
He's just looking out for his
Get yourselves a werewolf husband/boyfriend.
Yeah, do it. Or in this case, a werewolf grandpappy who is nice.
Yeah. Find your werewolf grandpappy out there.
Yeah.
Because he'll approve of your monster boyfriend.
He will.
He will.
Yeah, he'll be like, I remember when me and your great-grandmother were young.
And she got shot with arrows.
And I got so mad that I demanded sacrifices, but what I was actually doing was simply whisking away your family from this awful, bigoted town.
Yeah. So speaking of awful, bigoted towns, I would love to, at this point in the podcast, give my TED Talk about Digimon as an allegory for the queer experience, and specifically where Ghost Game fits into that puzzle. So, we all know that Digimon is an inherently gay premise. That is the foundation of this entire podcast.
Of course.
You know, and we specifically talked about, like, how this is, like, sort of exemplified, how the allegory is, you know, sort of comes together. We talked about that a lot with episode 24 of Digimon Tamers, where everyone was, like, having their coming out moments, and it's like, oh, this is just kind of a thing you have to, like, hide from your parents, and, like, yeah, and eventually have, like, a conversation with them about it. It has, like, such big, like, queer energy. It really seems to be, like, analogous to that experience. And then, like, we haven't talked about this yet, but, like, episode 27 of Appmon is just, like, saying that fucking quiet part loud. Like, there is literally a conversation between, like, the main character and one of his friends who doesn't know about Digimon, who is, like, definitely his romantic interest, like, not even subtly. And he's just like, hey, you seem to have, you seem to be sort of different lately, like, you found this new friend group, you kind of seem, more confident with yourself, like, I don't know, has anything changed? And Haru's like, I don't know, maybe, who could say? And, the friend Yujin is like, hey, if there's, like, anything you need to tell me about, like, anything going on in your life, just, like, I'm your best friend, you can always talk to me, I'm always on your side supporting you. And it's like, damn, he's really just telling Haru that it's okay if he needs to come out? Like, that's literally textually what's happening, and it is like... But actually, it's like actually the thing is that Haru has a Digimon, so it is, like, really drawing those parallels really strongly. So, like, Digimon is fucking gay, and it knows it. And, but where Ghost Game sort of fits into this, like, it does kind of have, like, a different flavor. It does sort of seem a little bit different than, like, previous series and stuff, like... People can just kind of, like, walk around in the open, just, like, with their Digimons, and, like, no one really looks at it twice, just because of, like, just because everyone just, like, assumes it's a hologram.
This is the future liberals.
So, like, the sort of secrecy aspect of it just, like, operates a little bit differently. It's, like... And I kind of feel like that is, like, a sort of fitting... It's just, like, fitting for, like, today's experience for queer youth. Like, I feel like it's easier to be, like, a little more visibly queer, like, I don't know. Like, at least in my experience, like, no one's gonna give me shit for, like, wearing nail polish or something, like, but, there's also, like, the aspect of, like, if you tell someone to, like, use your damn pronouns, then that might go a little differently. So there still is, like, an aspect of, like, oh, what can I say? Like, what am I allowed to, like, actually talk about without, like, risking rejection? Like, I think, for a lot of people, it is, like, is this a conversation I can have with my friends? Like, so it's something...
It's like letting...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, it's like So you mean like it's letting everyone assume it's a hologram, and not really addressing it until someone else is like, "Hey, your hologram, awfully real. Want to talk about that?"
Exactly. Yeah. It's very much like they can be like more visible with it, with like the fact that they have Digimon partners, but like it's just still sort of a secret, but more of like an open secret, you know?
Yeah, and I love the way that it's like an exploration in like how relationships, whether they be like queer, whether it be like romantic, whether it be like platonic, like familial, anything like that can be portrayed and like formed in these different ways, like between like Kiyoshiro and like Jellymon, like having their like slightly antagonistic but deeply like loving relationship, and Goromon like protecting Ruli, and like even Hiro being like, well, my dad who is gone and probably dead and who sucks gave me this little brother who I will protect with my life.
Yeah.
And just like the way that it just shows these different relationships and how people are like on the street being like, you have like a weird thing with this thing that you say is just a hologram. And everyone, like when Ruli's friends find Goromon and they're like, I get it.
Tell me when she's ready.
Hologram.
But
yeah, they're just kind of like, yeah, hologram, wink.
Hologram wink.
yeah, they're patient about it. They're not gonna. They're like, something's up, but we don't need to push it, and she'll tell us when she's ready. And that's a great metaphor.
Yeah, they're like, we're
I
happy
take
that you
notes.
came to us with this at this point, and if you need to come with us with more later, we'll be there too.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
And I really feel like this episode in particular was like heavy on the metaphor, just because like, well, we're suddenly in a small town and we're being told that we can't walk around with our holograms out. We can't wear like a cute little sundress when we're walking around in conservative buttfuck. Okay.
Gotta look straight when you visit grandma.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Goromon has to be invisible, and like Ruli has to like talk around like him being around is like, oh, I know you guys will protect me, looking directly at him, or like him being invisible as she's getting walked in her palanquin, being like, are you mad at me? And he's like, I think you're being reckless. And like the whole episode being like, oh, the ritual is really to marry the Moon Maiden off to the werewolf. And it's like, yeah, Ruli just got married off to like Goromon and Lamortmon. Is what happened here. Is he basically said, I'm your werewolf.
Exactly.
We're together.
It do be like
It's
that.
dramatic parallels.
Yeah, we're not saying like even like all the Digimon relationships are like romantic or like even like even with that vibe, because like Gamamon is literally like his little brother.
Yeah, he's little brother.
It's his little brother, and he will take care of him as his little brother. But like the story being like, this is Hiro learning to like take care of somebody, and maybe it's for the better since he is a people pleaser and was like, I gotta protect you for my life.
Yeah.
But also the moments where he asserts himself and he's like, okay, what are the rules of the household? You're gonna go off on your own now and make friends. Great, I love that.
But he's still gay, it's
Also,
Yeah.
Oh no, Hiro's definitely gay. We all know that.
We all know
I
that.
also love.
I feel like Hiro's ace.
Maybe. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think everyone's ace because that's just how I project.
Same. Like, anytime I just, like, find out that someone is dating, it's like, oh yeah, people do that, huh?
Oh yeah, you guys do, like, go do that.
Even aces date sometimes.
Me reading a book like, why are they so focused on this one relationship between these two people? Oh, right, relationships. Those exist and people think they're super valuable.
Yeah.
And important.
Yeah.
And they are,
but not for everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, this ties in, because I wanted to say that I also love that in Ghost Game, you really get the return interactions with not partnered Digimon, so just Digimon that they've run across, who become part of like their in-group, and sometimes even become like close friends that they really rely on and can trust. And it's the importance of having friends that understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you making, like, your queer friend group.
Exactly, yeah. Like,
They're all on a Discord. They all, like, hang out every Thursday or whatever. Mummymon is, like, a scary doctor who's probably practicing medicine in a way that is ill-advised, but he's still gonna hang out with them.
Yeah.
Every group has
like...
an evil doctor.
Yeah, it has...
I'm only half joking.
You've got a gecko, you've got an evil doctor.
I'm only half joking.
I don't want to talk about that gecko. You have the little freaks who steal people's identities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal.
So, yeah.
They take gender envy just a bit too far.
Got my gender stolen by a freak.
I don't have pronouns in other case of identity.
What are your pronouns? I don't know. What are yours?
Yeah, so just to kind of bring this point home here, it's... Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to say, just, like, the fact that, like, they have to be, like... just, like, very low-key about their Digimon partners, like, in a small town that is specifically, like, has a history of persecuting unconventional relationships, makes you think. And yeah, just, like, not even necessarily saying that, like, Digimon partnerships are, like, always, an analog for a romantic relationship. It's just, like, the experience of being a Digimon tamer is just, like... a reflection of the queer experience in a lot of different ways that can look different for different characters, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, for the gays is what I'm saying, like...
It's almost like
really
it's
is.
ghost gaze.
Almost like it's ghost gaze.
Yeah.
Damn!
Oh, wow.
Damn.
They're calling me the ghost gay.
Bringing it back around.
I mean, I often accidentally say that I'm watching Digimon Ghost Gaze.
You should call it that all the time.
Yeah, when I hear Digimon Ghost Game, a wire in my brain has to connect the dots.
You do have to, I mean, you are watching the Discord, so that counts. Join our Discord.
Yeah. You can also, like, watch the little progress bar on your podcast player as the podcast is going.
True.
Yeah, I say this is a beautiful episode. I love the visuals.
Look at our funny little picture of our funny little guy.
You can open up the waveform on your computer and just sort of nod to yourself. It's like, yes, oh, very funny.
I say the animation is incredible.
Since editing, I'm super conscious about my waveform because it's so much less squiggly than all of you.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I think your volume was maybe just a little low. So you got to maintain a consistent distance from your mic.
I'm not good at that all the time either, Elvier, so...
Yeah, I'm real bad at it.
But I'm looking at it and it looks so sad. It looks like an attempt at a waveform.
You sound okay right now. I can always just bump your gain if it's
Imagine being insecure.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, my desk always squeaks and they have to deal with that.
That's what editing is for. It's fine. I take out Morg's mechanical keyboard sound. I make the volume normal.
I can't believe I'm a gamer and I have a mechanical keyboard.
really
You get rid of the sound of my cat banging on the door in the background.
No, you gotta amplify that. You gotta amplify cat noises.
No, I didn't hear your cat yet. So, Emery, amplify cat so that I can hear.
Oh, she's not meowing. She's just banging on the door.
That's sad. Let her in.
Oh, she's in. That's why she's banging on the door.
Of course, yes.
Unfortunately, I don't want her fighting the dog outside, so...
You will hear Gizmo knock stuff over, but he didn't meow, so... Nothing exciting.
Bob is being super sweet, but that's mostly because I'm sitting on a chair that he doesn't know how to get on my lap from, so I'm just being stared at.
No.
Staring at you with anger. Oh, here's something we could talk about. When do you think we'll ever get to see Gulas Gamamon again?
Never. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe like
Every
a month. That's my guess.
every week I miss him more and more.
a book that really hurt me in many ways. So not next week, but the week after that, I can handle seeing Gulus Gammamon and experiencing whatever pain comes with that.
I'm sure he'll be normal. I'm sure he'll show up and he says, "Hi guys, I'm regular this time. I'm not edgy."
You've got Lamortmon now, so I no longer have to be an emo freak.
Yeah.
Because I now have a good role model.
He says, I no longer have to say things like, "I'll show you in this world it's survival of the fittest," before making a big blue orb to kill somebody.
Huh?
Or like shoving your hand into a spider lady's mouth and setting it on fire from the inside.
I'm so distracted. I don't know where the spider lady came from. I'm so sorry. I started.
You remember the episode?
Spider.
Oh,
Yeah, remember?
Right.
Yeah, where they all got like cocooned and
I forgot.
watched a man die.
Yeah, and
Yes, of course.
Hero had to learn stranger danger, but he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, because his mom was like, "Hey, watch out for this lady. She'll be at the house soon." And he's like, "Haha."
He's like, okay. But yeah, my guess is Gulus is going to show up in like a month's time. Just a nice round number.
I miss him so much. I want to see him.
Also, like, I wonder how
I
he's...
also want to see the emo.
Like, how is he going to be now that, like, Gammamon can, like...
Go to perfect level?
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna get like a evil like Canon Weiss mom where it's Gulus being like, "I'm cooler now."
I also am always, like, curious about, like, why he was like, it wasn't time yet. Like, time for what, bitch?
I think he's waiting for Hero to snap. I think he's waiting for Hero to say, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna be a hero anymore."
I'm waiting for that as well. I want Hero to snap, and then I want Gulus Gammamon to show up, and then I want the other to have to go on a whole adventure to prove to Hero true friendship that he can indeed be normal.
Maybe he'll snap when he
the first time he...
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I mean, the first time he showed up when he was, like, trying to get Hero to, like, use a move with him.
Right.
And Hero was like, "I don't like to. That's, like, a bad brain feeling." And he was just like, "You're not ready yet?" I think he literally wants Hero to be okay with murder. Like, he's like, "Hey, man, we should kill people."
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It's probably going to be his dad.
It's probably gonna be his dad. He's gonna kill his dad.
Yeah. Just kill your dad.
And they'll be like, "Oh, it's
Oh, no, what a
bad," but
nightmare.
actually we'll all be cheering.
We'll be like, "Do it, do it."
Yeah, Digimon is definitely gonna give that to us.
Oh no, I can't believe I had to kill my own dad. How tragic.
"Oh no, what a nightmare," is what we all say
No.
with our hands
No.
behind our backs.
They really need to reintroduce him because I'm starting to forget what he looked
I know.
Yeah, I'm starting to forget Karapika's edgy voice.
So true.
True.
Edgy Kurapika.
Karapika when he killed Ubogin. Oh yeah,
True.
we've been doing a Digimon podcast for the past hour, and I fully failed to talk about Digimon Survive, which finally came out after like 3
For
years of
some of
delays
us.
for some of us.
I am still sitting here refreshing my local game store page as if it's suddenly gonna show up.
What the heck is wrong with them?
Can you at least pick it up digitally?
I can't find it on the web store for Switch.
Really?
I don't really game on my computer.
That's so
I heard it was
fucked
on
up.
Steam, but I don't really game on my computer. I want it on my Switch.
Yeah, I got it on Steam.
I mean, we'll see. If it really takes another month, I'm just gonna buy it on Steam as well.
Yeah, but yeah, I kind of want to give like a little no spoilers review here. So I got up to chapter 5, and it's pretty good. Like, it starts off pretty slow for like the first couple of chapters. A lot of elements from it are like very much carbon copied from Adventure, and it's kind of like rehashing old territory and just like being in the setup period for a while. But I think, like, yeah, now that I'm into some of the further chapters, it's like, it's really starting to pick up and, like, start doing its own things with, like, these familiar character archetypes. And I'm like, okay, I'm, like, fully in it now. I can't fucking wait to read more. Also, like, the TRPG elements, like, if you're a huge TRPG head, you're probably not gonna find much depth to it, but, like, I think it's as good as it has to be, like...
Yeah, it's just something to break up the visual novel feel.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not so much, it sounds like it's not so much a tactical RPG as it is a visual novel with tactical RPG elements, which is fine with me.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I would love to play that.
That's like more my style anyway, but
Yeah.
I totally get that that's not for everyone. But like, don't review bomb it for that, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a game that's never gonna lie about what it is.
Yeah. Go in expecting a lot of hours of visual novel, and then, like, also some grids once in a while.
I didn't
will
really
say, oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say I didn't realize it had a lot of adventure elements to it, like a lot of Digimon Adventure elements to it.
From what I can tell so far, it's trying to, like, be what people thought the 2020 reboot of Adventure was gonna be, in which they're like, we're gonna bring it back, kind of, and then hopefully revamp the story to make it better. And then they just didn't. So I feel like it's doing that. Also, I'm only in, like, the second chapter, but my favorite line, not to do spoilers, but is just one of the characters, Saki, replying to a character with, divine retribution in this day and age. Because I just think that phrase is delightful.
Oh, I want to play it so bad.
The Wrath of the Gods in 2020? Come on.
In this economy?
Right now? I don't believe you.
Oh, I can't believe they used my favorite joke.
In this day and age? Nah. Supernatural happenings? In this, right now? In this time? I don't know. But it's been fun.
Elvira, I'm looking at website and I'm not seeing anything about a digital release in Europe. Apparently it's out in the US and UK. I have not found any dates. You may just want to, like,
that's so fucked
try
up.
ordering it internationally on eBay or something.
Yeah, no, what I did last time when something wasn't available is you go to the local game store and you say, I want this game. They're like, right, we can get it in Australia. And I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for that. Just give me the fucking game. That's what I had to do for Shin Megami Tensei back in the day. It's what I'll do for Digimon Survive if I have to. But right now it says it'll be available in August. So I'm kind of hopeful still.
You could, not suggesting anything, in Minecraft, go to the piratesbay.org and get it.
That requires me knowing how such things work, and I've always I've always in Minecraft had someone else do that for me.
True. Yeah, always in Minecraft though. Never in real life. I'm not.
Yeah, always in Minecraft.
Yeah.
That'd be a crime.
We would never play a game outside of Minecraft.
We would only play Minecraft.
We would never deprive money from large organizations.
I actually want to give this company some money so they make more games.
I know, that's why I said I would never suggest it. Only in the most dire of circumstances, like they never send it to Europe for some reason.
Oh god, Europe really is the worst place sometimes.
Just fly to the UK, it's normal. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't
actually do that.
There's never a good reason to go to the UK.
Yeah. I think that's probably it as far as, like, the episode goes, and, like, survive without wanting to do spoilers.
Yeah. And maybe one day I'll have played it, and then we all get to sit down and talk about it. But until that happens, I'll watch streams. I'll watch streams. I will experience this game somehow.
I don't mind spoilers if we want to actually talk about it on... even though I like the idea of it, like, it's going to take a while till I get around to it, because
but also, we don't have to discuss it right now, because some people do mind spoilers, and...
Yeah, for sure. In the meantime, we do have a new spoiler channel on our Discord for Digimon Survive. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're interested in the game and have been playing it and want to talk about it. There's a cool little space for it. Yeah, and I think once more people have played the game, I do want to get together and do like a bonus episode survive cast. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think there's a lot to talk about with this game, and I'd be very excited for that.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention this. I don't know if you guys mentioned it. Did you know there's a Digimon 02 movie out or coming out?
It's coming out, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did know about that. It's gonna be a follow-up to Kizuna, which was fine. So I don't really have very high expectations for it, because it's like the same writers and everything, but I don't know. I'll still probably check it out.
Yeah.
I do like 02, so, you know.
Yeah, 02 is something I have to return to.
Yeah, so I think is that about it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's everything.
I think so too.
All right. What are our plugs? Devon, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at GrooveandGhastly. You can find me on a podcast called The Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. Where I also give bad takes, like things like Metal Sonic shouldn't have a mouth, and that's about it. That's my only take on that podcast.
And Dr. Starline's takes also.
I mean, I love that podcast. I laughed at it so hard one time that while cleaning my kitchen, I completely spilled something and I had to start all over.
That is a great compliment, even though I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I always, when people say, oh, I listened to your podcast, I get worried because I'm like, I'm so sorry for annoying you for an hour and a half, but thank you. You can find me on Going Will Hunting, a Hunter x Hunter podcast, to hear more about the lovely relationship between Goat and Killua. And you can find me on a up-and-coming podcast called We Rate Queerbait, where nothing good gets said on that podcast. I'm going to be very honest.
No. We do say a lot of bad things. Like...
Yeah. Well...
I'm just trying to think of something. What's like a good example?
Oh, I can think of something nice we said. We said Garo was a nice boy.
We sure did. And it's true.
And we said the mouse guard is good. So we said two good things.
We said two good things, and then we talked a lot of shit about Sherlock and The Prestige, and also Naruto.
I'm gonna love listening to that.
Which is all good, but bad.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, I hadn't rewatched The Prestige in a while, but coming back to it, I'm just really realizing that it's a movie about the most normal men ever.
Yeah, it's a sweaty normal movie. One of my favorite films of all time. Thank you, Gan.
Thank you, Chris, for making a movie about these regular guys.
So regular.
Yeah, I still don't respect you, Mr.
No, not at all.
Not in the slightest. Okay, who's next?
I don't have another podcast. I will soon be guesting on a podcast from a friend where I will talk about Digimon. It is gonna be in Dutch, so I'm warning y'all now so that you can quickly learn some Dutch.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll have to also quickly learn West Flemish because people who speak Dutch cannot understand West Flemish very well.
I shall simply download the two languages into my brain right now.
Yeah, and then you can just listen to me talk about Digimon. I'll probably talk about Ghost Game mostly because I have smooth brain and I barely remember adventure. But I think it's going to be fun. So if you do happen to speak Dutch or just want a cool ASMR experience, you'll know when it's out or when I've recorded it. I don't know.
Sick.
Other than that, you can just find me at Eruviru. Just type that out in your social media of choice. And if you find someone, it might be me. That's a risk you're going to have to take.
Can we find you on any werewolf forums?
Oh, good question.
Not under that name. I'm pretty sure that those accounts no longer exist. And their accounts get terminated if you don't log into them for a while.
Okay.
Depends on the place.
I don't even know what it was called anymore.
If the forum's still up, that would be very impressive. Like, there are some forums that are...
I don't think I would want to find it again.
Yeah. You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcasts. Well, we already talked about Sonic Shuffle, but that is also one of my podcasts. And Forward ReZero, a ReZero watch podcast, which I think will probably come back soon. There was just like a very small hiatus because two of my two co-hosts were moving in together, so that was a whole thing.
House times inbound.
You can't find me on a werewolf forum, but I'm kind of surprised you can't.
It's never too late to start.
I think it's a bit too late to start a forum.
I don't know, maybe we should begin trying to make the internet not 3 sites anymore.
Yeah.
Discord's kind of a forum if you think about it.
True.
It's got replies.
I could simply at any time make a werewolves channel on the Digimon Ghost Gaze forum.
I cannot be exposed like this.
Make it a locked channel so I can talk about gross shit.
You have all the power to do so.
Werewolf channel NSFW. 18 plus.
You have been warned.
Oh god.
Fuck.
I might fucking do it.
Oh god.
Already be up by the time you're listening.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god. Anyway, I'm Emery. You can't find me on any werewolf forums except the newly created werewolf forum on our Discord channel, but you can find me on Fur Affinity, a website.
Is that basically a werewolf forum?
I don't know. That might have werewolves on it. Who could say? Basically a werewolf forum. My username is Space Robot. You can contact me about art commissions on Discord if you know me there, or at spacerobotart@gmail.com. I'm also on a podcast called Gunwell Hunting. I'm also on an upcoming podcast called We Rate Queerbait. You've probably heard about them. And yeah, that's it for me. So you can find this show at Twitter at DigiGhostGaze. You can also find us on Discord, as we mentioned. It's in the show notes if you want to click that link. Talk about Survive spoilers. Next week. This week we're doing the finale of Tamers for Digimondays. Next week it's motherfucking App Monsters.
Cannot wait to have an opinion on App Monsters.
They made a special little show just for Devon. They made a show with well, there is a werewolf named Shutmon. You're gonna meet him eventually, so get ready for that. There's so many funny freaks in it.
Hello?
Like, just stacked to the gills with guys who have a weird bit.
This is checking boxes.
As I fucking mentioned, boyfriends, Haru and Eugen.
So many boxes
gay.
just checked.
Damn.
I'm telling you.
Wish I could stay up for it, but unfortunately I require sleep.
Unfortunately,
human beings do require rest.
Yeah, so that's our Discord. Tons of fun stuff going on there. I recommend you check it out. This podcast is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to Noisespace.xyz and I'll find all kinds of rad shows, including several of the ones we mentioned previously, including a lot of different shows about a lot of different topics. If you like Digimon Ghost Gaze, there's something else there for you. There's something you're gonna have a rad time with. Yeah, so I think that about covers it. So until next time, all you poltergeist, ghouls, and non-boonaries, Digimon.
Digimon is for the gays.
Goodbye, darlings.
Goodbye.
A woo.